Hello, we return. We return to Call of Cthulhu, our more free-form version of Call of Cthulhu. As you can tell, I'm recording at the same time of day, but a week later, so the aeroplane's going over. If this happens during, just imagine it's the sounds of the jungle, the rushing of the jungle aeroplanes, going over the tops of the canopy, as we have our Alex. So Alex Wood, who is at present... Oh, thank you very much for joining. I think I can't remember if I said that last session. I think I was editing. I thought, oh, I missed that. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you for joining this Call of Cthulhu freeform. As I think I said in the first session, I've never keypered Cthulhu before. I've read lots, and I've got an imagination. And so basically, I'm just trying to create the story as we go. So we're using a couple of tools for this session. We are using the Solo Investigator's Handbook, which is proving to be incredibly good at generating stories. So this is a story. I think I am mimicking a story which possibly is somewhere within this book, but without realising it. I think it was only halfway through this last week I realised what I may be doing. But this is an incredibly good resource to rely upon if you would like to play Cthulhu freeform solo. There are quite a few of the more choose your own adventure type Cthulhu books out there, but if you'd like to play Cthulhu a bit more freeform, this is an awesome resource to utilise. We are also using the Mythic fate chart, which I won't put up on screen and won't show you, because basically the fate chart is the meat of the Mythic system, and there's various different very cost-effective ways of getting it, and you could probably get it free anyway. But I'll link to both of those, which both can be purchased from DriveThruRPG and should be linked in the description. I possibly have already applied and started adding the affiliate, the DriveThruRPG affiliate program to some of the links within all of the videos I've released so far, because I thought, you know, I maybe can get some additional materials using that money and then do more videos, which, because I spend a fortune at DriveThru. But anyway, so if you'd like to use those links, that would be awesome, because then money will come back in. I can buy various different new books and we can utilise them on the channel. And if you tell me that you want me to play something specific, I can gear myself towards that. I have been reading the... let's just stick to Cthulhu. I'll do all the other stuff later about things. Otherwise, my brain goes off. And Walking Dead. Anyway, I'm going to do the Walking Dead. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for liking if you liked. And we will get back into the game, and I'll stop getting distracted. I do apologise. So, Cthulhu, we have Alex, who is at the moment, if I remember rightly, because I listened back to the end, Alex has foolishly consumed some goods that Alex found laid out by the natives, and is beginning to hear things. Has heard some children playing, which obviously there are no children playing here. And has decided to go and find those children deep in the city. We know that there was a sect or a cult here worshipping Aboth, the elder god Aboth. I will put an image of Aboth up from the Lovecraft wiki, and I'll put a link to Aboth in the description if I remember to do that. Hold on, I'll write that down. Put link to Aboth. Abhoth. Because it says Hoth, but I think it's Aboth. If I'm saying it wrong, do tell me as well. This city somehow worshipped Aboth, and so Alex is going to continue exploring. It's about 5:30, so it's coming into the evening. Our chaos stands at 6. Our chaos will only get more chaotic, and our mythos, I think it went up. Our mythos stands at 15. So what we decided was every 10 we will drop the chaos factor down until we're in a really chaotic situation. Alex's sanity is edging away with his experiences here. He started off with a 50 san and has now dropped to 32. He has a strange parchment that he has discovered in a hidden compartment in a room, which contains, he doesn't realise it contains a spell, but it contains a spell which may help him if he does have to face Aboth. That's an elder god, so he's not defeating an elder god. and Alex will continue with his journey. So, as it's getting to 5:30, I think we might just roll the story description table as Alex is moving deeper into the city. I'm going to give Alex a, because I just thought of it randomly, I'm going to give Alex a hard listen check, which would be half of his listen, which is 60, so 30. So he fails. And so Alex has a strange sort of sense in the back of your head that something's happening, but he's not too sure what it is. So basically, between you and I, don't tell Alex, he is being followed by the natives, but Alex is completely aware of this. And Alex is moving with a bit of a smile on his face because he can hear the children playing, and his vision is dotted with strange lights as Alex is beginning to hallucinate, and he moves deeper into the city. Our mythos stands at 15. We will roll on the story direction table within the Solo Investigator's Handbook. So 01, 15, that gives us a 16. It says downtime. So we can have, so it's getting late in the afternoon. So we'll have that Alex just is wandering. So he's wandering around in circles for 4 hours. So it's 9:30. So for about 4 hours, he's just meandering and the natives are letting him do it. Maybe it's part of the ritual. Maybe it's part of the ritual is he has to be allowed to discover the next. So I know what I want to happen next. I know what I want to happen next to Alex is just seeing if Alex gets there and Alex can get out of what I'm going to attempt to do to Alex, which you will find out. I'm not going to tell you. Shh, I'm not telling. What I want to do to Alex. As you may be able to tell, I am under the flight path from Kingston Airport in Sydney. I'm not that close, but I'm not obviously far enough away, and I'm under the so not to distract, I'm under the flight path. And classically, any time I'm either watching something and I'm trying to listen to it and it's just the most tense part and the plot is now being revealed, an airplane goes over and you can't hear what's going on, or you're having a conversation, you know, or a tender moment and you're about to say something, you know, deep and meaningful and loving and caring to someone, and it really can sort of spoil the moment. But anyway, so Alex, we've got a downtime, so we go into the downtime table. So potentially Alex can get the opportunity. So he's been wandering around for about 4 hours. They've allowed him to just wander around, and every now and then he finds these rices and the wines, and he's just been consuming it. So he's keeping his hallucinogen. Well, let's do a roll and see if he's. What shall we give him? Constitution roll. 99. No, he fails his constitution roll, and so he is just going to continue consuming and keeping his hallucinogen levels like. I don't know if you can hear it on the lapel mic, but there's another one. And so we've got the downtime. So add mythos, add 10 if you have chosen. No, so we're not choosing to take a downtime, but our mythos is 15 at the moment. 68 plus 15 is 70 is 83. 83, mild disturbance, a vision, a dream, hearing something, roll on the words table for detail. Okay, so it's about, so during this period of time, he wanders around and then he will attempt to sleep. So during that 5 hours, Alex attempts, so he just starts getting really tired. His legs feel like lead. And he sits down, possibly next to possibly they have set up a nice soft area next to some of these offerings. They're offerings. They're not just, oh, maybe what it is it's like the king for a day. It's like the sacrifices were treated nicely and were given, they're drugging him the same as they would drug sacrifices so that they would happily go to be sacrificed. So basically, this is a vague memory and I'm not too sure if it's real history or it's that made up stuff that we all think is real but isn't actually real. The various different sacrificial things they found that within their bodies were often narcotics, and that they were given narcotics to basically, so that they would willingly go to be sacrificed, because it was seen that you were only a proper sacrifice if you were happy to be sacrificed. But of course people wouldn't be happy to be sacrificed, so they were often drugged to make them happy to be sacrificed. So what they're doing is they're giving offerings to Alex, who is the sacrifice. I've given it away, but I'm sure you knew. Alex is the sacrifice, and Alex is being drugged, so Alex is happy to be the sacrifice, and Alex is pursuing moving forwards happily. So they are treating Alex in a nice way, but still funneling where they want him to go. So he has gone to sleep, and he has a mildly disturbing sleep, mildly disturbed with a vision on. So he's got a vision or dream. Now, does it say that if it's undisturbed, the mythos goes down? So this is disturbed, so the mythos doesn't go down, which is good because I didn't want the mythos to go down. So Alex falls asleep but gets a bit of a disturbed sleep, and we need to find the verb table, and we will roll. How many verbs does it suggest we roll? It doesn't. So we will roll, it's normally 3. Most systems say roll 3 verbs. So again, we'll use, I remember this from last time, the dark dice as being the hundreds. So we have 48, 148, so that's just 48. So we have barricade, all right, that I can use. We have 246 forge, not too sure about. Peter Blimmer, I don't know if you ever watched this, maybe I'll tag you in this video to see if I can get you to watch it. I really do like your hundreds and units idea. I like that. I think that works quite nicely. It gives a nice distribution of chunks instead of all coming in one bit. I do like that. We've got 828, so 8, so that's 328. It means it goes across the bits. Lurk, forge, barricade. All right, okay. So Alex is sleeping, and in Alex's sleep world, he's back home. Oh, he's back home, and he can feel a presence in his house, and there he can hear his children. We'll link it to children, which is what. So in the whole of the safe space. So personally, I once ruined a D&D game by the DM creating a story which affected my character, whose character's wife was pregnant, and the DM was going to have the elves basically hold the child hostage. And so I said, I reacted by, I'm not having that happening to a child of mine, I'm not playing along with the story, my character would just basically grab my wife and exit, I'll roll a new character, which kind of threw a massive spanner in. So warning, I'm going to have things happening to Alex's children, not explicitly bad things, because I'm not going to do that, but still there will be bad imagery to do with children. So Alex is dreaming, and in his dream he is at home, and he is sitting in his study, and he is writing his latest manuscript, and he can hear his children playing in the upper bedrooms, their rooms, and then he hears a scream, a blood-curdling, terrified scream, and he feels a presence in the house, a lurking presence, the presence of something which terrifies him at his core and disturbs the peace that he felt sitting at his desk. He then leaves his desk, the chair toppling to the ground, and rushes to the door, tearing the door open and rushing upstairs. But the door won't open. The door is fixed, the door is solid, it's barricaded. So he rushes to the fireplace and he grabs the fire poker, forge steel fire poker, and begins to hack at the door, hacking and hacking, the blood pouring from his hands are the bruises and the strains as he continues to hack, and every time he hacks at the door, the wood seems to heal himself, and his children are screaming, and they are screaming, and they are calling, "Daddy, help!" And he screams with terror to save his children, and awakes from his dream. Sweat pouring from his head, he sees that time has ticked on. It's only been an hour. So now we're now at 10:30 p.m. So we had an undisturbed sleep. It's night time. Alex is in those bits where I get this, where if I get nightmares, I get nightmares. It's not unmanly to admit you get nightmares, is it? And there's times where I'll wake up and I go, oh, I'm not going back to sleep. I'm not going back in there. No, 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 no. And so this is what Alex is feeling at the moment. So Alex is instead, he is going to, let's say Alex will attempt to, so he's still hallucinating, so he's still seeing strange lights. I know. So will they have lit the city? Will they have lit the city to aid Alex if he decides to go wandering? Will they basically light the city ahead of Alex down the streets? And maybe Alex won't even notice, but because Alex is in a strange mental state at the moment. I think it's quite likely, so we've got a chaos of 6. If we say it's quite likely that they will be lighting the city ahead to help Alex find his way and not bump into things, which is 75%. 79, no, they're not lighting the city. So they're not going to light the city and help Alex. So Alex is going to have to, Alex is going to attempt to go out. He's going to see it's now dark. It's dark outside. It's very hard to make out the shapes, and he thinks he's seeing things moving around. And so he is going to, so can Alex find a flint and steel? I think that is very unlikely that he will be able to find a flint and steel in the dark. 71, no. So that was very unlikely, would give us a 35% chance that he can find. So he can't find a flint and steel. He can't find any way of starting a fire. Oh, let's really, so let's say nearly impossible, which is 25%. Is Alex a smoker and he actually has some matches with him? No, 73%. So Alex has no way of seeing at the moment and is going to attempt to move through the city and find his way forwards. So Alex is going to continue. So this is the discovery bit. Is this called discovery? Yeah, discovery. Development is something happens. Let's do development. So we'll roll on the development table on this one. And Alex is going to start moving into. So we'll see what comes up with the development table to work out what we're going to do with this. But Alex is going to. He doesn't want to go back to sleep. He doesn't want to stay in this room anymore. He's terrified of keeping still, and so he is going to continue to explore the city around this period of time. We'll do like 15 minutes longer, and he's going to continue exploring around the city. So let's do something on the development table. So we've got a mythos of 15, which gives us 55. No, 56. 56. Neutral event. Mundane life presents itself in some way. People go about their daily business, blind to the events that you're witnessing. All right. So, okay. All right. So this is a neutral event. So nothing directly affects Alex in this, but Alex is hallucinating. So Alex is seeing the natives as the city was, and Alex is attempting to talk to them because he's seeing them and he senses them there, but he doesn't see any children around here, and that's what he's looking for. He's trying to find where the children are. And he's talking to the people, the natives, and saying, where are the children playing? Where are the children playing? Please answer me, where are the children? As he's continuing to explore the city, and every now and then he'll see something moving ahead of him and then move towards that and move towards that. So he's continuing to move through the city, and the fact that people aren't speaking to him is a bit unsettling. So we're going to increase the mythos by 1 to 16. Because it's quite unsettling they're not talking to him, which gives him a sanity check. So he's got 32, which he passes, so he doesn't lose any sanity. So he's attempting to move through the city. So it's getting later. Oh, it's 11:30. So he spends. Oh no, let's say he spends. So there's a bit in here which says for the time frame that says like how many minutes past the hour you do. Let's do that. So D100 divided by 2. So that's how many minutes he spends doing that of this hour. So 77 divided by 2. So that's 37, that's 38 minutes. So it's about 11 o'clock. So we'll say it's around 11 p.m. So he spends about half an hour continuing to move through the city, trying to talk to people, trying to get people to speak to him. But these are all hallucinations, and he's seeing the city as it was in the middle of the day, with people going about their business. And there's not the desolation or anything. But as we see from our view, we can see that the deeper he's moving to the city, the more destruction we are witnessing, the more desolation we are witnessing. It's almost as though he's moving towards an epicenter of something. And also we are seeing more iconography of Aboth. There are more bits of piles of this organic matter that they've been using. And every now and then we will see some of the natives who are basically watching over Alex and making sure Alex is continuing forwards. So now it's 11 PM and we will roll on the story direction table again. And let's see what we get. So we've now got our mythos is 16. So what we've got, so this is over 100. So we are over 100 again, aren't we? Yes, Peter, why can't you add up fast? I really don't know, but I think this is 103. Is that right? So yes, that's 103. So we're on dice roll again. So dice roll is we hear, see or smell something. So we've got 54. We see something. So we've got a visual effects table. All right. Add the current mythos to this roll and decide whether this constitutes an event that will cause mythos points to be added. So we are at 108. The shape of a mythos creature approaches. Is it real? Right. So, shall we have this chase, Alex? All right. Yeah. Okay. I think this is a good time. So we're probably around the 20-minute mark because I had some pausing. So what we're going to have is so it's around. Okay. So first off, so we've got we have that. I haven't done the 10:30 to 11 o'clock the neutral event. So we'll do that and then we'll do this. So okay. So I know what this is. So let's do the. We have the dream covered anyway because we'll do. Okay. I've missed 2 entries, haven't I? So first off, I awoke from a terrifying dream. Sally, I heard her screaming. And Thomas, both of them terrified, and in the dream I couldn't get to them. I tried hacking at the door, hacking till my hands bled, and the door would not budge. Barricaded tightly, I could hear them, and I could feel the lurking fear of the aberration. It could only be the thing that I saw, the thing that they worship. It terrified me. That was that entry. And then we have, I've been exploring the city. I've been exploring the city for hours and hours. It's half an hour. But nobody seems to recognise me. Perhaps it's because I speak English and they speak their native tongue. I should have learnt the other languages before coming away, but I didn't know this was going to happen. I know both French. I tried both French and Latin. They won't respond to either. But the only thing I can think is that they are just too busy working. Too busy exploring their day-to-day lives. It's quite exciting and interesting to watch, if I'm being honest. But still, I see no children here, and I wish I could find them, because they sound like they're having such fun playing. Perhaps if I go deeper into the city, I may be able to find them. Now, we're at the 11 o'clock bit. And so 11 o'clock, we've got the shape of a mythos creature approaches. Is it real? So, we would have our chaos stands at 6 at the moment and our mythos at 16. This clearly is going to be something quite terrifying. So what do we have on our... so shall we go petrifying? Oh, could be petrifying. All right, let's go for petrifying. Petrifying will kick us to 26. So basically, Alex is going to see Aboth. Alex is going to see either it is an offshoot, a pseudopod of Aboth, or it is an image of Aboth that is going to chase Alex somewhere. And I think primarily chase Alex to where I want Alex to go. And I want Alex to go somewhere. You'll know it. So our chaos has dropped to 5 because we've now dropped down, and it will soon be dropping down further to 4 because we've added 10 points. Alex must make a sanity check. His sanity stands at 32. Alex passes his sanity check, which means he loses 3 points of sanity, dropping his sanity to 29. As a terrifying apparition, as Alex is standing talking to someone, the light in the vision that Alex is seeing is drained from his sight, almost as though the colour is seeping down the screen and black and white begins to expose it. I wonder if I can do this to the video. And black and white is becoming to be all he sees. The flesh begins to melt off the faces of everybody that he's speaking to, and they begin to just be standing skeletons that then collapse in front of him. And as he turns towards this gut-wrenching fear that he begins to feel, petrifying him to the spot, he turns and he sees this shambling organic mound begin to seep from the ground in front of his vision, appearing in front of him in the middle of the street, and begins to slowly ooze and undulate its way towards him. Various different pseudopods reach out towards him, trying to touch and almost touch his flesh as he inches away, absolutely terrified of this vision in front of him, slowly trying to creep forward, slowly trying to reach into him. He almost feels it's trying to reach into his inner soul and draw out what he has within him. Terrified, Alex turns and flees, moving deeper into the city at speed. Now what we'll have is that the natives are beginning to put barriers up to funnel Alex towards something. Now let's see if Alex spots it. So this will be a really hard intelligence. So that'll be under 15s. No, so Alex even fails normal. So Alex is not aware that this is happening. And let's see if he hurts himself. So he's going to have to dodge a few things. O2, he definitely dodges. So Alex is very nimble of foot and continues to run, not tripping over any of the stones or any of the wood that lays upon Alex's path, as Alex continues to chase and run and chase and run, as this mound of weird, organic, glowing material begins to move faster, chasing him. He's screaming for help, anyone to help him, but all he sees is just bodies collapsing and people falling, and the world begins to see as it is in reality, just destroyed and desolate. And even worse, as he begins to move forwards and forwards towards what appears in front of him, which is a circle of glowing torches, a huge expanse ahead of him. As he stops himself, does he stop himself in time? There's a pit, basically there's a giant pit in front of him. So he needs to stop before running into a pit. Would that be dodge? He's got loads of, he has so many interpersonal skills I've given him. Yeah, I'm going to think it's dodge again. So a hard dodge, which would be 36. Okay, I'm going to re-roll that. 32! Okay, so well, that's pretty cool. He draws up just tight and he sees that ahead of him is there are large stones painted red circling this gigantic dark pit, which just has this wretched stench coming up. Let's give him a constitution check, which he vomits because of the smell, doing a D2, taking 2 points of damage from retching and vomiting because of this wretched smell coming up from this pit. This gigantic pit, huge pit. It's about that big. Pit ahead of him. You can almost see the fumes coming out of this pit as they come and undulate out, and he just feels violently ill and vomits upon himself. And the thoughts of the thing chasing him are gone as he draws up short on the edge, looking in to this strange dark pit with these flickering lights from the torches surrounding it, now exposing to him this weirdness. And all around there are stone statues carved into a variety of different materials, marbles and soft sandstones and soapstone, various different stones from not just this area. These stones have come from all sorts of places. There are jades and obsidian, Minecraft, all around this area, and all of them are these weird organic shapes with weird pseudopods reaching out of them, and Alex is just, let's see if his occult will know. I mean, he should know. Alex knows that all of these are statues representing Aboth. This is something important to Aboth, and he stands there petrified. Let's give him a hard dodge. Alright, I'll re-roll that because I said I'd re-roll the last one. 51 is not a hard dodge, thankfully. So it'll be 36. And he hears someone puffing, and two of the natives dressed all in the slime are running up behind him. As Alex turns and attempts to move out the way, they push him in the chest. He tilts on the edge behind one of the rocks and then flips backwards, falling into the edge of the pit. He tumbles, being contaminated by the slime, covered in this strange slime which stings his skin when it touches his skin, and he falls further and deeper down into this pit, down deeper, further, where he hits the ground and falls unconscious. And we will join Alex deep under this Aztec city, within this pit of slime, in the next episode, where we'll find out what happens to him when he is now under the city in the Aztec jungle, within the realm of Aboth. What will befall Alex? What will he say in his journal entry, which we will start the next session with? When you join me, hopefully, thank you for joining me today, and please come and join me again when we find out what happens in our Call of Cthulhu session, next session. Goodbye.